Hey friends, welcome to Andy's Audio Crap, where we talk about audio goodness and all of its vintage crapness. Something like that. Anyways, today we have a Sony. Let's dig in. First off, thanks to all of you who are going out to the eBay store and buying parts and records. The eBay store's name is Andy's Audio Crap. And I don't think they let me put an apostrophe in that name. Can't recall. I don't think it has an apostrophe. And oh yeah, the last is K-R-A-P-P, not C-R-A-P. Anyways, so yeah, we've got this wonderful STR 7065 here. This is a 60 watt per channel, 0.5 total harmonic distortion. It has like, I think 10 hertz all the way up to 20,000 kilohertz. It's a big boy. This is towards the top end of what Sony offered during this time period, mid-70s. And this is actually the same size, exact box size as the 55 and maybe the 35. I'm not totally certain, but I think it is. And so you can grab a box from any of those. And this one did have the mahogany box or walnut, whichever. And it was just... had been drug, something had been drug across the top of it, and it had ripped off the slats, and well, as a result, it just did not look that pretty. And then as is in most of the cases on these players, there is fading here and there on the face. So you'll see here how this is very yellow and this is very green, and that's to do with the fading that happens in the glass. There is like some green tint in the glass on either side, and eventually that just wears off. It has been swapped with all LEDs. I went through it, adjusted the DC offset, and then really just gave it a good clean in. This was probably one of the easiest to clean ever. I don't know that this thing ever was somewhere where it even got dust on it. Even the inside is like dust free. Maybe it sat in its box, or maybe it sat in a cabinet or something along the sorts, but this dude didn't see much dust at all. All right, I have reviewed a 755 on here that was also in really super good condition. That dude sold quick. I posted it, and I think the next morning I woke up and it was gone. This one will probably also sell really quick. I'm going to go ahead and post her out on eBay, and we'll see what happens. The going price for one of these in really good condition like this, all original, non-recapped, is $400 to $500. Recapped starts at about the $500 to $600 range. The cap kit for this is about $80, and then labor is probably about another 2 hours, 3 hours of labor. And all you're going to do is build the board that's over here and replace the two caps that are here, and then your output transistors possibly. Now, when we talk about like working on this, I have this wonderful scale. And those of you who watch my videos, hopefully you're getting familiar with it. You know, 1 being super easy to work on, 10 being massively difficult, just a headache. This one would definitely be right there at the 5. It's not laid out particularly easy. You end up breaking wires. Almost every one of these, actually not even almost, every one of these that I've worked on, you break wires. You better take a lot of really darn good pictures. And there's four wires that come in over here, and they're at the bottom corner by this screw. Man, label those SOBs, get some colored markers and label them, because they come off. I do not know why they use the wire that they use, but it just, you bend it a couple of times and it snaps. All right, let's talk about the features this thing has. It does have speakers A, B, and C. When it comes to turning A, B, and C on, it will only let you do a pair at a time, so you can't go A, B, C all together. It does have the speakers off so you can run phono. The power switch on this bad boy has already been replaced. A lot of these have bad switches, and this one was replaced by a mechanical switch, which is actually pretty beefy. So I doubt that the switch will ever go out again. And that might have been Sony's service bulletin came out, and when somebody brought them in, they just did that automatically. But as a result, the peg for this one is shorter, so the cap actually will make contact with the faceplate. Unfortunately, doesn't really matter with the functionality and everything. If you're looking at it head on, you can't even tell. With the bass and tone, you do get left and right, so you can adjust for either one. And so you just, you know, hold that one down and you can split them. So now I'm, you know, less treble on the right side and more treble on the right. All right, anyways, you get the point. And then to get them back in even, you just max it out and push it through. The filters, you have the high, low in both. So this is primarily for your radio, which will help take out some of the pops in the radio, and then your phonograph as well, your turntable. Loudness is so let's talk about loudness on a Sony and loudness on a Yamaha. They even on, like, I was watching Skylab's a couple of weeks ago, and he was talking. He got one of these in, and he was talking about it, and they compared it to Yamaha, and I agree. I think that's what I said on my last one too when I reviewed it, the 7055. They sound like a Yamaha, and I don't know if it's Yamaha sounds like a Sony or Sony sounds like a Yamaha, but they both have a very calm, almost like they're real neutral. So if you're playing like hard rock all the time, probably get your Marantz or Pioneer and just jam out. Maybe your Kenwood as well, but not your Sony. Your Sony's not like a rock band player. This is nice and mellow. I mean, you can make it do it. It just doesn't, you know, you have to make it do it. That's really what I'm going for there. So you have your modes, which is your reverse, and I think on all my other videos I've been calling that reverb. It's not reverb, it's reverse. I'll hopefully catch those videos before I post them and put that in there. Stereo, left, and right. So all your different modes for handling stereo and mono. And then you have your functions, which is your aux, one aux. I'm using it for my personal CD player over here. And you have one phono, you have one FM, and you have one AM. And then you have your tape, monitor and copy and source and all that stuff. And then you have your mic mixing, your left and right. So it's actually a turn on, turn off. Really, really just absolutely wonderfully cool player. And so when you run your FM, the only thing that is not working on this one is the FM light. You'll see as I move the lights over how they're selecting the FM isn't working. And honest to God, those things are such a pain to change. If all of them were out, I'd do something about it. But you can easily look here and see what you're on, so you don't really need that light there. So these are beautiful. If you're in the market for a vintage receiver, silver face, you like this look, which this is wonderful. This is beautiful. Let me turn on some lights. I was turning off the lights so you could see the glory of the lighting, but if I turn on some lights here, oh, about fell. You can see that it's just got all kinds of wonderful bling going on. I mean, it is just, they are beautiful. They are just, they did a good job on these. It's not that everybody else did a bad job, it's just, they just did a really good job. There's a lot of man glitter on here, or audio glitter. Let's just call it audio glitter. A lot of audio glitter going on here. This is beautiful. They look really good with and without the wood case. This one looks good without the wood case because this is just beautifully preserved. I mean, there's just not, I don't know, there's like a little little superficial scratch right there, but outside of that, that dude is awesome sauceness. Okay, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you like this kind of content. Most of the time I'm talking about repairs I had to do, but this one, just some adjustments. Thanks for watching.